right, I'm Tyler with Just Another Podcast, and I'm here with Allie with Sweet Cheeks Bakery. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Well, thank you so much for letting me come in and interview you with this podcast. I know you have a busy schedule, so today, with you being off, I'm glad you're able to let me come by and ask you a few questions. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
How long have you been baking? Like, what made you have you always liked cooking, or is it specifically baking that you like doing?
I've always liked cooking, but I think what actually inspired baking was 18 years ago. My son was turning 1, and I was a single mom, and it was around the time that there was like Cake Boss on TV, so I was watching all these cake shows, and I really just had a desire to make him a big fancy cake. I couldn't afford to buy one, so I went onto YouTube and I just started learning how to make different things and practicing different techniques so that I could make his first cake. And I have made his cakes every year since,
Nice.
and each year he's gotten more elaborate with his requests.
Like with the molding, with the modeling clay and all that stuff?
Yeah. We've done 3D tanks. We've done just all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was my inspiration.
Nice. And so have you, what did you do before running this? Like, did you have like a 9-to-5 that you kind of didn't want to do forever? Or?
Yeah, I spent the last 12 years doing real estate. I was a listing specialist.
Wow. Yeah, so you kind of got to feel around for the areas on what kind of fits for you. Are you in this area? Like, did you grow up in this area, or did you grow up somewhere else?
I've been in this area since I was 12 years old. So I've been, and actually my area of focus in real estate was Jefferson County. So I knew when I opened my business that I wanted to stay here where I felt comfortable, where I felt at home.
Mm-hmm.
I've always enjoyed cooking. I've always enjoyed just looking at a recipe or finding a recipe and creating something. But really the store was not the actual goal. I just really loved baking. I really loved creating. And that's how the cart was born. The cart was actually born through a homeschool adventure.
Nice. Something you've done like on Facebook Marketplace, or what kind of led you into that? Can you tell me more about that?
So I had went in. My kids were in private schools, and I decided to take them out of private schools, spend more time with them in homeschool, and just focus on some things that I could strengthen for them. And my son was struggling with math, so I decided to do something more practical to help teach him math skills, and that was building the cart, using entrepreneurship, money management, pricing, just strategy, using different ways of helping him learn math. And so the cart was a homeschool project that turned into something much more.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot business-oriented homeschool project.
It is,
so,
I mean, he learned how to cut wood. There was just so much involved in it.
Well, that's cool. And so, what's kind of your favorite food item that you have on the menu? Since we were talking about how you got into it, we can kind of deep dive into your... So when I came by to do the food tasting, it seems like you have a rotating menu, but some stay the same. So if you'd like to kind of let them know what your schedule usually is.
We don't have a set schedule. It's kind of it's based on demand. But we do have the customer favorites that we are not allowed to remove from the schedule. So some of those include cookies, certain cookie flavors or certain cheesecake flavors that customers expect to be able to come in and get regularly. But we do rotate seasonal flavors, specialty flavors, in our cookies and our cheesecakes and bars.
Nice. What is kind of your personal favorite?
My personal favorite is actually our gooey butter cakes, and I'm not talking about St. Louis gooey butter cake. We have taken that recipe and we have created about 12 different other recipes from that, something that you will not see going anywhere else in the St. Louis area or surrounding, because we create our own flavors.
Nice. My girlfriend's not from here, so explaining her gooey butter cake in the first place is kind of she's like, what is that? And then showing her your version is kind of like even more hard to explain. Like, this isn't normal, So it was very cool to see the different flavors and ways you guys combine it. So it's not like the same old, but it's really cool to see that you have some reoccurring customers that are like, hey, I need this on the menu no matter what.
Yeah, we keep the reoccurring, we keep the St. Louis gooey butter. I mean, that's a flavor you just can't take away completely, but we definitely like to play on it.
Before we get more into it, what are your hours?
Our hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we are also open Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Going from real estate into having your own business, has that been a learning curve? Has there been some bumps and bruises along the way. I see that it's kind of a family business. You have some family members working for you.
Yeah, we went from cart to storefront in 6 months. So
wow.
That was a very dramatic upswing. It grew very quickly, and it's been a very interesting and fun learning curve. I did not have any restaurant management experience before, so I have learned everything from the ground up. And so,
sometimes it's better that way.
I didn't have anybody to teach me, to learn from.
Right. Even what I'm doing, there's no book on how to run specific businesses. What is something you're a big fan of?
I think the main thing is I really pay attention to customer feedback. I think through customer feedback, I've been able to just create new menu items. I've been able to zero in on my menu. Just listening to what they want and want to see when they come into the bakery has helped me be successful.
Nice. And where can people find you on?
Yeah, people can find me at sweetcheeksbakery.com, and they can find me on 2 different Facebook pages: Sweet Cheeks Bakery Cart, which is our original, that's where we post the most, and then Sweet Cheeks Bakery Fenton. All 3 of those are good ways to connect with us.
Nice. And I also noticed there's some sugar-free and gluten-free options. Do you I know a lot of, I have some friends who are diehard, like it's like the first thing they look at when they go to restaurants and all that. Can you kind of dive in on your options and stuff like that?
Yeah. So we offer regular flavors as well as sugar-free and gluten-free. We offer those things in things like cheesecakes, bars, and even cookies. We also take special requests and special orders. We've done a lot of specialty diet requests and special orders, such as like carnivore diet. We've turned a dessert into something that fit along those guidelines as well.
Wow, that's really it's really like Cake Boss around here. Yeah. So it's really neat. So with not having any experience, did you go to any culinary classes or anything?
No,
or is this all?
Yeah, I'm 100% self-taught. The only classes that I took were things that I could find on Google. So everything that I've done has been a YouTube video or learning from somebody else, and simply trial and error, because you can watch something and it does not turn out the way they make it look really easy.
And I noticed that you have a separate thing on the gluten-free over here versus behind us. Do you want to kind of dive into that just so people can know?
We take specialty diets very seriously around here. I am gluten-free myself, so we have a separate gluten-free case over in our left of our lobby, but we also have a separate gluten-free prep in our back. So all of our ingredients and storage is separate as well. We also have sugar-free. Our main sugar-free items around here are sugar-free coffee drinks and sugar-free cheesecakes. We sell a lot of sugar-free, surprisingly, as well as gluten-free.
Speaking of drinks, so you not only serve, baked goods, you do coffees as well, and you have some pre-made stuff on the shelf here?
We do some pre-made stuff like pancake mixes. Sometimes we have dog treats. We also bottle some of our syrups that we make here in-house, such as sugar cookie, brown sugar cinnamon, and our cookie butter syrup, which are super popular. We also have our coffee bar.
And so, just because I don't know, what is that for? For drinks or food? Or
so our specialty syrups are syrups that we make here in-house, but they're for our coffees. So when people come in, they really like the taste of our signature coffees, and that's because we make our own syrup in the back rather than buying it.
Wow. Okay.
Not all of our flavors, but we have 3 that we really like.
That's awesome. I didn't even know, I didn't know if the syrup was for pancakes because of the pancake mix, so I kind of was I feel like I should ask because it's kind of...
it's coffee syrup. That way they can take it on vacation. They could keep one at their office. Some people work from home. They can't always come down any time of day, so they keep some at home as well.
Well, that's awesome. So tell me more about your coffee selection.
Yeah, we offer hot coffees in 2 different flavors. We offer our cold brew, which is probably the star of the show. We have a lot of different flavors available in regular, gluten-free, and sugar-free options. And then we also offer frappes and refreshers as well.
Nice. And so do you think the iced coffee is kind of popular because it's summertime? Do you think it's going to shift? Or because I think whenever I was here, they mentioned you're about almost a year at this location. So you've had the full seasonal effect of like ups and downs. What has been, like, do you think the summer's your biggest season so far? Or the winter's kind of more where it picks up? What do you think?
Actually, our coffee has, our cold brew, for example, I could talk a lot more about that. The cold brew has always been consistent, so that doesn't seem to have much of a fluctuation. If I had to pick one that maybe does fluctuate a little bit, it would be our tropical drinks, like our refreshers. Those are more summery flavors.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And then as far as baking wise, has there been any like ups and downs, or has it been pretty consistent throughout the year that you?
I would say
for the most
it's
part, that you
been
can say?
mostly just up. We haven't
Really?
quite hit
That's
the
awesome.
plateau yet. We have been on a steady growth since the day we opened our door.
Well, that's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear that, and I'm again, thank you so much for letting me be here to
Thank
interview you with these questions. Well, thank you again for tuning in to Just Another Podcast. I'm Tyler the Comic. You guys have a good one.
Thank you.